Hi, this is Miss Elkins. I'm becoming the queen of the math videos, but I looked at some of the problems on your assignment today. Some of them are a little bit on the advanced side, so I wanted to give you a little help with some of these problems, and that might help improve your confidence. So when you get to opening up the assignment, we'll watch this video first, obviously, and then when you open up the assignment, some of these questions will make a lot more sense to you. We're converting fractions to decimals, which hopefully you've already watched the video that taught you to do that by division. So we do top in 11, bottom out divided by 12. I'm at a decimal and a few zeros because I know this isn't going to be pretty. All right, so when I'm dividing a number to get a decimal, I first look at, I'm going to put my decimal up here. I know that 12 doesn't go into 11, so I'll put a 0 there. Then I look at the next 3 digits and I pretend like that's 110. So 12 going into 110 will actually go 9 times, because 9 times 12 is 108. Then when I subtract, 110 minus 108 is 2. Then bring down a 0. 12 will go into 20 one time. And then I subtract again of 8 left over. Then I bring down that 0. 12 will go into 80 6 times, because 6 times 12 is 72. And I'm going to keep getting 8 after that. Every time I subtract, on the top, I'm going to get another 6. So here's what I want you to remember. You can stop after 4 decimal places. And I'm going to show you how to write that repeating fraction or repeating decimal as your answer. So 11 divided by 12 is going to go on forever, because I'm going to keep writing 6 up here, and 6 times 12 is going to keep being 72, and I'm going to have 8 left over forever, forever, forever until the end of time. So to write this decimal, because I don't have until the end of time to do this math problem, and neither do you, right? Okay. So to write this answer, I'm going to write the answer 9166, and I put a bar over those 2 6s, which means they will repeat forever. So go ahead and do your answer like that on these problems that repeat. I will tell you that number 1 will repeat. Number 2 will repeat. It's a little easier than number 1, but it will repeat. Number 7 will repeat, although it's not as complicated as number 1. Number 6 will repeat. So these numbers will give you a repeating decimal. Now you know you only have to go to the 4th place, and once you get to that repeating number that keeps going on and on forever, you just put a line above that number, and that's your answer. So the answer for the decimal for 11/12 is, and you can use the P word here, 0.916 with a repeating 6. It would also be correct to write it as this, 0.916 with just the bar over 16. Don't put the bar over the 9 and the 1, because they don't repeat. All right, I hope this helps. I will tell you that number 9 and number 10 are improper, which means you're going to get a whole number in your answer. I'll show you what I mean. So this is 15, and I'll go ahead and add some decimals after it, because we don't do remainders anymore. And we're going to divide 15 by 12, but 12 will go into 15 one time. So you have one whole here, and then you subtract and you bring down a 0. 12 will go into 30 2 times. 2 times 12 is 24. I subtract and I get a 6. I'll bring down one more 0. The decimal for 15/12 is one whole and 2500ths. And one other way you could do that is to simplify this. 12 will go into 15 one time with 3 twelfths left over, and 3 twelfths equals 1/4, and that equals 25% and 2500ths. So there's a little help for station 1. Remember to type your answers in the green box. And I will look at station 2 with you also very quickly. A couple of these numbers are repeating as well. Starting with number 1, number 2 is repeating, although I think number 2 might be on, no, I'm sorry, number 2 is not. Number 2 is on the other side of your paper. It's number 6. We're changing fractions to percent, which means we have to first convert it to a decimal, and then we can move the decimal over 2 places. So, and there's a helpful hint here beside your thing, which you can't see on mine. All right, so number 1, I will do that with you, or for you if you don't mind. So it's 5, the top in, divided by 12, the bottom out. And I'll put some zeros on there because I know I'm going to need them. 12 does not go into 5, so that's 0. 12 will go into 50 4 times, because 4 times 12 is 48. I subtract 50 minus 48 and I get 2. I'll bring down one of those zeros. 12 will go into 20 just one time. And when I subtract, I get 8. And I'll bring down another 0. 12 will go into 80 6 times, because 6 times 12 is 72. We're going to find the same response that we found on the other side. We can keep going forever, and we're just going to keep on getting 6s after that 1. So here's how you'll round that answer. 4 decimal places. 0, 4, decimal 4, 1, 6, 6, with a bar over those 2 6s because they repeat forever. Number 2 will repeat. Number 7 will repeat. And number 10 will give you a whole number and a percent. Oh, but we haven't finished. I'm so sorry. I gave you the wrong answer. The answer is 0.4116 with a repeating 6. It's supposed to be a percent, not a decimal. Once you change the fraction to a decimal, then you change it to a percent by moving the decimal 2 places to the right. The answer to this problem, 41, decimal will go right here, and 6/10 repeating percent. All right, so you can drop one of those 6s. We know it's going to be 6 repeating forever. All right, so that's how you should write your answer. I know you can't put a repeating symbol in the keyboard, so I will accept 41 6/10%, or I can accept this answer without the bar on there. So shoot me an email if you have questions. I hope this makes sense. I hope you're doing well. See you or talk to you soon. Have a great one.